Are you tired of doing this? Okay, now before this video continues, please consider subscribing. It's free. Also, this video will mostly consist of ninja bridging because that's the one I am most consistent with. Okay, so first things first, you're gonna want to hop into a single player world, preferably a super flat world. Oh, turn on peaceful so the mobs don't kill you, or just play in creative. And, you know, give yourself some wool and materials to bridge. You want to do this in single player because there's no lag. And the best way to bridge, or at least ninja bridge, will be to, press shift. And if you're more comfortable with S and D like this, or A and S like this, do this. But you want to watch out for this. If your cursor is sliding off, that means you're going to, fall off. So you want to make sure that you're not doing that. When you're bridging, you want to first hold A and S to see how little movement. You see how it's like still going up very, very slowly? That's fine, because as you're bridging, you're going to want to realign it. So you can bridge this way. I prefer to go S and D, but really you can bridge whatever way you want. And then it's all about timing and kind of aiming. So again, you're going to want to make sure that your cursor's aimed on the side. It doesn't matter if it's like low there. Preferably, I think a lot of people just put it near the top, like right here. But it just can't be above, and it, obviously can't be under. It just has to be like on the side. I think it could even be here, but you'd have to do a lot of readjusting. So typically the middle is the best like spot because there's a little realignment to do. And that's basically it. Don't do this. This is really slow. You fall off a lot more. Hold it like this. Make sure that you're not moving. Align it here, and then it's just click. So you first click and then let go of shift, and then you hold S and D, go back. So you let go, like you place the block, let go, S and D, place the block, let go, S and D. It's like you first place the block and then let go. And it's kind of a timing thing, but if you practice this for literally like maybe 30 minutes, I think most of you guys can get it down. It's actually not that difficult. So you just place the block, let go of shift, S and D, let go. And yeah, you still want to have your finger, like your pinky or whatever finger's on your shift, like really close to it, because it's about like positioning, pre-positioning. Yeah, and one thing I used to do, it's actually slightly slower, but it's really consistent. If you're not comfortable with timing your click like this, you can just hold your right click, like see how I'm holding it? I'm not clicking anymore, I'm just holding it, and it kind of does that. You can just hold it and then focus on just pressing shift. Like you hold S and D, just right click, and then you just press shift. So all I'm doing right now is pressing shift. I'm not clicking, but that one is a little bit slower. So you do want to practice just clicking and all that. That will be the fastest. Now you want to do this in single player, because in single player you have the option, like there's no lag in single player. In multiplayer, if you break a block, it would take a while, but in single player it's instant. So that's why you want to first do this in single player, because if you do this in a server, you're gonna lag and fall off a ton, and probably you're gonna want to quit. So just make sure that you do this first in a single player, and then hop onto the server that you want to practice. So for that, I'm gonna go onto Hypixel right now. All right, we're on Hypixel. So in Hypixel they have this Edwards training mode, and in here you can press same thing, and you'll see some of the lag I was talking about. Like if you break actually you can't break blocks here, but if you were to break blocks and stuff, I mean, yeah, look, you see that? That's some of the lag right there. I kind of teleported a little bit right there, but if you just get consistent with it, shift, like I more or less just tap the shift key. I mean, I click as well, but sometimes I'll just spam the click key. I don't know. It is all about timing though. If you can just practice it, you can take your time. You can Hypixel, right? Sometimes it'll just make you fall though, so don't expect too much from that. But it's more about timing, clicks, and obviously again placement. The biggest thing is, my biggest tip is, make sure you're not sliding off. Like this is sliding off a little too much, you see? Like you really want to make sure when you're holding S and D here, you're not moving at all. So like you can realign your mouse, like right here. I'm moving very little. I mean, you could make it the entire way without readjusting on this. Okay, I lied. You have to readjust. And when you readjust, just press shift and like go a little bit down, and then yeah, that's pretty much it for ninja bridging though. There is obviously a couple other bridging methods like God bridging, Andromeda, all the other weird ones. But I mean, if you just want to play Bed Wars, Ninja Bridging's pretty safe, consistent, and I mean, in a single player world, I think this is the most practical, most used one, because why would you god bridge in a single player world? That doesn't make sense. I mean, you can, but yeah, that's basically it for this tutorial here. If it helped you, you know, leave a like and comment, let me know if you've mastered it, and yeah.